All right. Good afternoon and welcome to the first interview at the darksunclickgrip.com on the YouTube here in the Doomsday Basement, part of the DSOVN series props. We have a special guest with us today. Mr. Frank is here with Frank Family Farms from Powhatan, Virginia. Also pronounced Powhatan by people that are not from there, and you see it on a map. It's an Indian name.
Thank you. Thank you, wise man. Good to be here.
All right, great. It's really nice to have you as the first, the pioneer guest. You've been involved in the process of workup for this in the idea section for many years, and you happen to have this new skill and product, so I'd like to talk to you a little bit about it, and let's hope this is a comfortable experience for everybody.
Yes,
on the couch.
Oh, always.
All right, so while we may have known each other for a long time and worked up to these interviews and these ideas, he did not know what the content of the interview was until about 10 minutes before the show.
Or that I was doing it.
Or that he was doing it. So this is very impromptu. We should learn a lot about both of our skills soon.
Oh yeah.
All right, so without further ado, Mr. Frank, we would like to know how did you get into poultry farming to begin with? Is this something you dreamt of? Is it an accident?
So my wife and I had dreamt for a really long time about getting larger animals like goats to clear the land that we had.
Right.
But I didn't want to start with something as big as that. We didn't have any machinery. If something happened out in the field, I didn't feel like dragging a goat through the woods. So it was easier for me to lay down a bunch of trees, fence off an area, get some birds, and take it from there. So.
All right. So start with a smaller creature, learn the skills, and then build the equipment up around.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I was able to start off in the garage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, sure. How many cows could you fit in your garage?
Exactly. Yeah.
And then how many goats?
At least one.
And after it ate everything, you could probably fit more in there.
Yeah.
All right. So when you got started in your garage, how many poultry types did you have, and what'd you do?
So I had 3 tanks going. I had one with Jersey Giant egg-laying birds, one with Cornish cross meat birds, and one with Peking ducks.
No.
And I had a heat lamp down on all 3, feeders and waterers throughout the day.
Right.
It was pretty standard.
Nice. Did it cost a lot to get started?
Yes, but only because I didn't really want to skimp on any. I was buy once, cry once. I got the galvanized containers. I got the pine shavings. I got the feeders that I was gonna use down the road that were gonna last, not the plastic ones that were gonna warp. So yes, it did. It was a hefty investment up front, but
Was it hard?
no. And that's what I tell people when they come in and shop and look at chicken coops that are $600 pre-built, 5 sheets of plywood and some 2x4s, and you can make your own. You can make a box. You can make a chicken coop.
Right. Yeah.
So
might not be as decorative or as appealing to the neighbors, depending on their scenario.
but if budget was the issue, you can have chickens on any budget.
Speaking of budget, what do you think it would take to get started with a certain number of birds of particular type?
So you can actually math it out. If a baby chicken will go through about a quarter pound of food in a 4-week span, 50-pound bag average. So
4 weeks span. 50-pound.
That bag's gonna last you long. I still have the bag from when they were babies. So it was just
Right,
So
and how many did you have?
I had originally 28 chickens and 12 ducks.
Okay.
Originally, I got really unlucky with ducks, and about half of them were males.
Yeah.
And you were there on murder day.
It was a murder.
So.
So that probably leads to some other lessons from Murder Day. What what were a few things that you found important that you learned as far as taking this into a process? And
if you're in it for eggs and you only want eggs and you have no intention of hatching those eggs, kill off the males early, because when you're wrestling a 15-pound duck, it's not fun. And he's not going quiet. So the only other thing, if you get a meat bird like the Cornish crosses or the Freedom Rangers, you gotta kill them at 8 weeks. You've seen mine that look like fat little turkeys, but I wish I had just got rid of them at this point. But they're just my little girls. So
right. There was a lot of fat on them.
There was and is a lot of fat on the 4 that we have left, but we're down to 19 chickens and 7 ducks.
Okay.
So.
Right. Now, do you enjoy it?
Oh, I love it, and my wife loves it too. She'll go out there and sit out in the chicken pen with feed, and they'll climb and get on her shoulders. And
all right.
I walk around outside of the fence with one on my shoulder sometimes, and the dogs don't like it. But.
Yeah, well, my son used to do it with theirs, but they've been segregated for a while in the back.
Mm-hmm.
But to keep it relative, so people don't think your wife is one of them running through the fields. What's your wife do for a living?
My wife's a veterinarian.
Okay.
So,
all right. Yeah. That's relative, when you're talking about sitting in a chicken coop playing with chickens.
Speaking of relative, my wife is also his daughter.
Yes. So we are related.
Yeah.
All right. So that's our first segue, or our first segment anyway. I don't have a segue to go into the other. What we usually do is we go to a commercial, and that'll give you a few minutes to collect your thoughts and for us to get the technical stuff going.
Okay.
Now, here at the DSOVN.com series of broadcasts on the Dark Sun Clip Grip Network, here on the YouTube, we sell commercial slots. Nobody wants them. So we just use them for ourselves. So stand by while we play a Dark Sun Clip Grip commercial for you. Good afternoon, y'all. Welcome back to the Dark Sun Overvalue Network.com. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about in today's 3 split segments is the Lancer 20-round translucent rubber bumper buddy throw proof magazine. That's right, folks. We got metal feed lips, translucent body, rubber bottom. I can see that is clearly a piece of spring steel in there forming the spring. Now, most places you go, $17.95 to $24.95. Manufacturer even recommended, I believe it was $19.95. But here on the Dark Sun overvaluenetwork.com.net.info.org, we care about you. We want you to get a good deal every day, guaranteed. So we got these Lancers here. Our regular price on them $17. Sometimes we do $15. Sometimes we do $12. Until this quantity you see here is sold, we're gonna do $10. I fought Ivan last night when we had to get him out of here, but I'm gonna do this for dramatic effect. Wow, supplies last. Alright, y'all. Oh, no, the remote's under there. Alright, while supplies last. Oh, I'm so short. Alright, Lancer, 20-round magazines, new in package. I got probably 100 some of them. While supplies last, $10.
Of the newest iPhone Max Pro.
Man, some of them phones can do amazing shit. I was looking at, I forget what it was, Best Buy, and they had we need a table.
A triangle table right here would be perfect.
Yeah. We don't get enough, saves a lot, but I guess I could shift all the...
An ashtray would be really cool too. If we
I
had
have
cigars.
a big Masonic one.
Cigars should be a thing.
Alright, well then we need to figure out how to get the smoke out of here.
And it's not even, I have a fucking intake outtake fan from when I... Are we being recorded right now?
We are, we should probably watch the...
Okay. I have an intake outtake fan. Cut.
We'll put it up there in that slot.
Okay.
Alright. That would be pretty cool.
And like, it's not like we're gonna smoke the whole cigar. Like, we only need 2 cigars, and that'll last for every single time. Well, I guess you need a new one for the new person every time.
We have to eliminate the overhead light though. We'd have to come up
Because it would
with...
it would look like fog lights coming
Yeah,
out.
we'd have to come up with illumination strips on the side or something with the LEDs. Jacob said he can hook
I have 100 feet of
a
LED
pot
string
switch to that.
from the flat stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the width on it?
Half inch? It's specifically for that thing that's in the basement that I'm making for a shoe rack.
Nice. Do you have all the connectors and
I
stuff?
have L bracket connectors for them, and yeah. So.
I ordered
The whole setup was less than $20 though.
yeah, ordered inline connectors, just connectors, because that rifle rack and that rifle rack will need to get lights as well. And this summer we're going to try to fill it with rifles that we did something to, and try to get a whole rack full.
Mm-hmm.
Right now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10 slots per rack, and we've done 2 rifle videos so far. One's been published and one hasn't. And every time we do something to one of the rifles, it's going to go in that rack as part of the long-term props for DSOVN. We've actually got a couple builds coming up. And that's going to be pretty cool. Build the whole gun and stick it in there. Test it, stick it in there. How about that 45 test we did the other day? That was horrible.
Got that one. Balloons.
There's the one good shot. Hold on. We can edit that in if we do use this one.
One good shot.
All right, I don't know if y'all can see that thing or not, that little blue balloon. That's about, I don't know, that'd be 45. I can't squat down like I want to. Save that video, then bring another video, or then bring that in and put the actual video right here, right now. Not bad for no sights, y'all.
You could just overlay it. Yeah, you just make a whole new scene and you just put it right there. I don't think you need the green though, would you? Oh, you're saying because it would look off. It would look off-putting.
Right now, I'd have to do it in editing.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, when the man behind the curtain's there, he could bring it in through a video source.
That's what that whole sound. Yeah, the whole. Yeah, I got what you're saying.
Right.
I like a breaking news. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Do we have a ticker while all this is happening? Is there a ticker going by? Talking about man news or something?
I don't know. All right, so how long does a ticker segment last? If you sat there and watched it in the morning, does it vary in length due to the amount of news, or is it always 3 minutes?
It repeats itself because it goes back and forth. Eventually it'll hit football, and then it'll go back to news, then it'll hit football again.
Right, so is that a pre-prescribed time from the broadcaster, or is that...
Are we going to also include football? Because if not, we're just going to hang around the whole time.
I don't even keep up with the Mets. Yeah, we'll probably do a lot more politics stuff, because the segues out of the interview is the 3 regular questions. How do you feel about national security right now on a scale of 1 to 10? Those type of questions.
I'd probably say like a 3, a solid 3.
You're about there. Yeah. I want to ask you to elaborate. I gladly will, though. They butchered the military. There's no faith in the leadership sending you to a cause to fight for that's worth fighting and dying for. We see them enriching themselves. I don't know. I don't want to pull you in on a politics segment and get you caught up in the comments. Y'all aim them at me. I'm the wise man. He's just the guest. He didn't say nothing. All right, well, if I lured you in on the first 1 to 10 question, we'll lure you in on the second one. How do you feel about the national economy? Just on a feeling, on a scale of 1 to 10.
I would also go with a solid 3.
You're probably in the right range. All right, I will not elaborate on that one either because I don't want to take anybody off too bad. All right, so then what was the last? Oh, the last one. Personal safety. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel about the personal safety of yourself and then your family, especially when your family's not with you?
Well, I'm going to give that one probably a higher score of like an 8 because
okay, good.
My family personally is pretty prepared. So,
this is true too, yeah.
So,
all right.
There's not really a lot of impact that other people are going to have on
that, right?
On my level of preparedness. I can get home from work if I have to,
right?
Even if I have to leave the car there. So,
and that is a good thing. A lot of people do not live within a range where they can get home. And if we were selling nuclear preparedness stuff, this would be a great opportunity to bring up a few things.
Whole house
tarps. Whole house tarps. Cover your entire house. Wait till the next rain. After the fallout, you should be good. Face masks. Commercial. Whole face mask.
Public service announcement.
Check a previous video for how to...
At the DSOVN.com as well. I forgot what it was.
Rain suit.
I'm not sure if I'm getting any oxygen in this.
Particle-proof protective suits. And then rubber booties.
Something that you can stick the gloves down into and then tie off or zip tie or something.
Yeah, and then the last one would be like kitchen gloves, the ultra thick ones. That'd be probably the best thing you could cheaply and home remedy acquire. Well, I really appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate you having me.
I don't feel like we did a super long segment. We might get some playthrough.
No.
Yeah. Sorry about the way the couch felt.
No, it's not that sticky.
It's never been used. And this is the first event that I'm aware of that's occurred on it. So, while Padawan was sitting over there,
No.
he might have done
That
something.
explains it.
I have no idea if you're going to be able to hear any of this over all the dog barking.
No, I don't think they can even hear the dogs barking.
Oh, they
I'll
can
be
hear the dogs
surprised.
barking.
Well, okay.
Yeah, you can hear the chicken crowing.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You gotta sound. I get some.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We're not going to go there for whatever reason. All right. Well, thank you for joining us on this, our pioneer episode of the Doomsday Basement, brought to you from DarkSunClipGrip.com.
DarkHuntSunClipGrip.com.
DarkSunClipGrip.com. And if you're interested in our mag section, DSOVN.com. DSOVN.net, .org, .info, but never.gov. And you can also check us out at the full-length website name, DarkSunOvervalueNetwork.com, .net, .info, .org, but never.gov. Check us out next week. Y'all have a good one. Forgot to put a commercial segment in.
What if I told you
That it wasn't on.